Welcome back. I believe this is presumably going to be the last episode of Metroid Prime 2, finally. And I've been thinking about something, right? So, how do we really feel about Metroid games having dialogue, right? Because people have been like nuclear levels of piss about Metroid Prime 4 and the dialogue in that. And I'm not here necessarily to take that away from people if they're, you know, really actually angry. Hold up one second. I'm going to pull up my list of stuff that I need to look for. And look for where Okay, yeah, Sand Canyon is right there. Gotcha. So people are obviously very mad about that, but it's very interesting because I've had some people that I see on the internet, I've seen them point out that it's like, oh, well, Metroid is this isolated game and, you know, talking to people is not necessarily my buddy in whatever you want to use to fill this meme out with. Look at this game, you know? Like, sure, okay, say whatever about, you know, there shouldn't really be a whole lot of dialogue. Meanwhile, you look over at this game, how many of these fucking moth people do we talk to, right? Like, okay, you can say, oh, well, they're recording, so it's not the same. Yes, it is. Yes, it fucking is, dude. Like, there's actual, you know, people say stuff in this game, which, other than Metroid Fusion, this is the first time in the series that we really get that. Like, we get a monologue at the start of Super, but that's it. And really, Adam Malkovich is just like, well, you know, who likes that guy, right? And the answer is, I don't know a single soul who likes that guy. And they shouldn't. But I digress. I think that a large part of it probably has something to do with just like the overall quality of the dialogue. And I use it quality not necessarily in the sense of good versus bad, but just in the sense of being like a generalized... Things can have a quality without being good or bad things type of deal. Oh, well, that was a little more extravagant than I was expecting it to be. And it sort of ties into that AAA Mario meme video that was going around recently. And I wonder if it's people who are just like, oh, well, because everybody also always talks about whatever his name is, Miles Kennedy or something. For all I know, his real name is Billy Jack or something. I haven't played the game, so I don't know offhand. And very specifically, a lot of people have been saying, like, oh, well, that's very annoying. Sort of like, oh, it's like Marvel movie dialogue is a thing that I saw people say. And I don't know if that's accurate necessarily, but the last time I saw a Marvel movie was literally the first Iron Man movie. And it was all right, but that was quite frankly enough for me. So... And I kind of wonder if there's some people who are just like, you know, they don't like the idea that that could be what one of these games is like. And I hate to break it to you folks, but no video game series is special. Especially depending on who is in control of it. You know, Retro Studios, I'm pretty sure they're not exactly like, you know, a penniless indie group, right? Anyway, we are back here for a reason. And it's not just that way I can get into a fight with a quad in the, you know, in front of a tube here in like the worst place possible for it. Anyway. I don't like people who are fans of things. Okay, that's a bit of a stretch, but it is like, I don't know. Fandom increasingly feels like not much of a thing that I enjoy. Not to say that, like, I'm against liking things. That'd be stupid, but just the way some folks are, I don't know. Whatever. So we're over here. There, I believe, are still some items that we can pick up here in Sanctuary. I just don't recall where they all are. And indeed, I'm going to be, like, scrolling slightly haphazardly through this list that I have here. That one, I definitely got that. Is that the one at Temple Access? Air Transport West. Hash that out. Yeah, it is by no means like your opinion is wrong exactly, despite the fact that I am the exact sort of person who would talk like that, but realistically, I think that there's something a little bit more to it, because it's very interesting to me that I haven't seen people talk about this in light of any of that. Other M-related bitching is just kind of eternal, but I'm not going to say that there's no reason for that, because Other M, oof. Other M, they fucked up what they were trying to do there so badly. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh fucking Lord, they fucked that up. Is this the place I want to be? For transport. Yes, okay. I think I got this item that I'm going in the direction of, but I forget. We'll find out when we get here. Okay, yeah, so this room's got ball guns in it, so that'll help us. That's the thing I remember for this. So I guess it's just sort of a Plinko machine here. Yeah, like, again, a big part of it is that, truth be told, whenever it comes to a Metroid game, they always have good ideas. The execution is just what tends to leave something to be desired. And also, I think that there's probably at least some part of people who just outright did not like the idea of Samus being a character with emotions, to be quite fair. I definitely recall that there was, like, sort of this era where people and their ideas of what constituted a strong female character were not like, this character is well-rounded and well-written. It was, this character could kick my ass in a fight. Like, there are people who thought that Lightning from Final Fantasy XIII, who is not really well achieved, really, but oh boy, she is capable of kicking someone's ass. You know, there were people who were like, that's a strong female character, and I'll take it over a damsel in distress, perhaps, but it sort of feels like the opposite direction, and just, you know, point is, I don't I don't like that character very much, but I also don't like FF13, period, so... Yeah, and I do agree that, again, the having her switch to PTSD over it, which is something that just sort of came out of nowhere, that does kind of make it feel badly written. I think if the response was more like, what the fuck, he really won't stay dead? Kind of thing, I think people would be like, you know, who am I kidding? People complain too much. That's a little mean. I'm not saying it's not without value, because I'm still kind of complaining here in a way too. But also just... It's kind of ridiculous. Is this the right room? Temple... No, temple access is the one we need to be in. Excuse me. Yes, game, that's not actually helpful information, you know? But I want the notification off screen, so I'm gonna hit tab real quick, and it's gonna be like, hey, yeah, can you get me some... It does that in Prime 1 also, if you unlock the portal to the impact crater. Oh wait, no, I think this is actually literally just this one, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, so we already got that. I am big dummy. You big dummy. I don't remember if main reactor is a room got in Hagen Wastes. Anyway. Yeah, it's... Again, let's just say that it wasn't well handled, which is fair. But also, I think that there is sort of the problem that it is also happening at a period of time, too, where people's ideas of what was good in terms of certain things were kind of flat. Not like that. Shut up. Everybody's always drawn Samus in a particular way, as far as I know, and for, you know, obvious reasons. It's because they needed something to make her very obviously distinct as a girl. No, it's because the suit has a giant fuck triangle. Anyway. Enough of me being crass. Let me find another way to be crass. Okay, am I... Oh, right. No. We want to go back to Agon, which is... this way. Yeah, just ignore the Ink Smasher, because... they're around and they suck. Yeah, just keep stomping, just keep clomping around, guy. I get it. Yeah, the dark suit and its giant shoulder wheels. I gotta say that at least the suit designs in this game, you gotta give them that. They did get a little bit more creative with this. This is probably one of the first real times in this series, other than, you know, Metroid 2 on the Game Boy, when they had to for technical reasons. There really haven't been a whole lot of times, basically, when there were very extensively, like, differently designed suits. You know? And I like that they do that occasionally. Okay. Back to it, back to it, back to it. That's... I get it. I have to go look at the... That's inside the pirate base, I think. Oh, that has a... That has an annihilator door on it, so we do need to go there. Yes, we probably already knew that, though. But yeah, they gave a much more interesting sort of design for the dark suit with its big weird wheel shoulders and whatever is going on with the light suit. Prior to that, the only real times they did anything interesting in the series was they gave the various suit big shoulders on the game where they couldn't rely on color palettes. I can do that. I can burn all of my ammunition. If I remember to do it next time, then yes, but if I don't, then I guess we won't find out. That beam ammunition thing turned out to honestly be a little bit less of an issue than I thought it would be. Not like a complete free mechanic or anything, but I thought it was going to be just ass. Like here's a good way for me to waste a bunch of dark ammunition. I can fight these Talon Metroids even though I don't have any reason to. Oh, wrong one. Remember, you ball jump with that. Oh yeah, the portal is like, we took the long way for this, didn't we? Whoops. Oh well, it's fine, probably. The hell is that noise? Oh. Huh. They're like super babby Metroids. And they grow up if they eat Phazon. Huh. Interesting. Okay. So, the places we need to go here. First of all, there's phase on site. Because there's a door there that we couldn't open before. So, surely there's got to be something there. So, the thing with using the charge shot for those, it's like if you run out of ammunition, you can still use a charge shot in order to get a charge attack going. Charge attack. To do a regular attack. I believe that's how it works. That's all of our power bomb expansions, by the way. For curious. So, if we run out of ammunition for that, we have to charge up in order to do a thing. Meanwhile, we can still use a regular charged attack if we have the ammunition for it. It's there sort of as a mechanic for like, okay, if you properly run out of ammunition, here's something to allow you to do it anyway, because there are certain places where you absolutely require the ammunition in order to move on. And getting it can be a little bit wacky. So it is sort of like this weird thing of like, here's a solution that we have for a problem that we invented for ourselves. That we could have just gotten... We could have just fixed it by having different game design, right? They could have just not given the beams ammunition. And you might say, well, what about missiles? You need those in some places to get away with things. And yes, but also I think that missiles are in a bit of a different situation because, like, the beams, these are your default weapons, whereas the missiles are at least supposed to be different, right? On paper, anyway, if not in actuality. Oh, that thing tracks extremely well. That's slightly problematic, actually, if I want to try to get through... do this. Oh, yeah, I guess I can screw attack, right? I just gotta do it from a different spot. Anyway. I don't think that hit, because the charge shot doesn't track as hard, I guess. Hey, what do you got for me? You've got the Annihilator combo? Is that what our deal is here? Ooh. We got Sonic Boom! Alright. Now we can Guile Post. Damn, that thing flies fast. Oh, I don't have that on my hard drive anywhere, so unfortunately. Anyway, I guess we go back the other way, the way we came in. Is there a dark door here? That's the one I've been burning. Yeah. There is. Okay. So I can demo that at least and be like, hey, yeah, here's how it works. Make it just play like the first few notes. Just enough to make people recognize what it is. If I could figure out how to like RNG things a little bit, I could also have it set way it's like it also has a chance to play a tiny bit of one of the other Guile themes. The one from, I think it's Street Fighter EX3. He has a different theme that's also pretty good. Or was it Third Strike? I don't recall. Do I have Third Strike? I should see if I have Street Fighter Third Strike. Not that I'm likely to play a whole lot of Street Fighter or anything. I'm not great at fighting games to begin with, and Street Fighter also is one I'm not amazing at. But I'm trying to remember if I have that on my, like, PS3 or something. Because I know there was a version of Third Strike you could buy for the PS3. At least I think it was PS3. If I don't, I'll have to, like, probably do some slightly more backdoor kind of shenanigans to actually use it. Anyway, hey, look. We actually saw the ammo depleted message for once. And yeah, you can use that to open a door. I figured as much, but, you know, just for the edification of the audience here. Oh, right, because that was a dark puffer. I was like, is that a Metroid and it died in one shot from that? That's incredible. But it was not. Where's my portal? Fuck, guys, I forgot where the portal is. I'm an idiot. You'd think I haven't been playing this game for like 2 weeks or something. But here we are. It's on PC. I'm trying to think, was that on any of the other console things when they had Orange Box release? They probably did. But regardless, we came in here to get our ammunition back because, yeah. No ammunition was maybe cramping my style a little bit. Maybe. Anyway. We wanted that, and... Now, hold on a second. I should probably go take a look at the rest of this map and be like, hey, what else am I missing here? Portal site, crossroads... Junction site. Okay. I see where that is. And it would, in fact, be easiest for us to go outside to get there. Launch, and over we go. Let's go straight across. Gotcha. Yeah, you don't have to show me this cutscene every time, guys. So we go through and back here. Junction site was off of here. Yeah, okay. I gotcha. Not interested. Oh yeah, the whole section of tech there is gone. No, it's the other way. Whoops. This thing around and pick that up. And yeah, I think we've only got like 4 more missile packs to get or something. In any case, I'll be right back, everybody. Okay, yeah, I wasn't completely sure of that, but I was double checking. Anyway, I'm going to go into my logbook here and see... Is it logbook? It might be inventory. I want to see where my hints for the keys are. If I have any of those available, because I should. Okay, so judging by that, we got both the keys that are in Sanctuary. Maybe it is under logbook. Maybe Chuckle Nuts didn't give them to me. There's always that possibility, I guess. Keybearer lore. Alright. Industrial sites do panel with me. Some safety. Safety. So I think the implication is that there might be one in the big room there. Hold on a sec. What was this saying? It's my will to this cavern. That's not very helpful of a description, but okay. Fortress entrance. Okay, so we've got that one already. I wish it had some sort of indication of any of that. Site to play. Temple. Catacombs and their chance of rescue. It's reactor. I think I might want to just look these up, honestly. Because otherwise I'm just like... These are very... They're a little bit harder to figure out, that's for sure. Into the lagoon in the night. Well, that one, at least, we know where Torvus Lagoon is. And apparently we're missing one of them, so I guess we were supposed to actually get those from the in-world scans? That's... Oh, I didn't even notice I had 69% scans. One. I have a section that's devoted to these, or am I gonna have to... Go to the guide itself and see what it has to tell me. Okay. First one, okay, yeah, both these are in the pirate base, I think. Or near there, anyway. Yeah, okay. Because main reactor should be here, right? Yes, main reactor is over. That's the room we need to go to in this area. But we should be able to get there from this part of Dark World, I think. Yeah, there we go. Battleground is the first one. So it's really just straight ahead, basically. Oh, he blocked the shot. What an ass. Oh, well. I thought about fighting him, but I decided I didn't want to. It's a save point. I didn't really go straight across, did I? Oh, well. I can fix that real quick. Yeah, because this is what I was thinking of, was over here. I just didn't do enough of a turn. I turn on our dark visor. Our Gigas visor. Wait, no. Not literally, but definitely it feels like it a little bit. How do I get over there? Here. I guess the best way would probably be to go into the pirate base and take the pirate base the other way. Sorry. Because I like how they didn't give us a crystal there, so that way we can't just, like, easy mode that part of the fight. That's fun. Meanwhile, the tentacles really don't want to let us go in here. What do they know that I don't know? I have no idea where I'm going with that bit. Anyway. Go through, and... I massively overkill that dude. Totally unnecessary, but hey. Alright. Now. Pull this out, and... be honest, we might be able to just screw attack our way across. Oh, not quite. Whoa! Didn't like that very much. Yeah, no, I need some, like, space off the ground. Oh. We were about to do it, too. Let me screw attack up there. Come on, game. He's cutting me off like that. Didn't have to cut me off. I guess they really do just kind of want me to come in from the other side. Otherwise, I just can't get enough height to actually do that. That's slightly frustrating. This would, of course, all be trivial if this were more of a Super Metroid style game. But it's like almost a completely different genre in its own right, so saying that is really useful. Oh, shit. Alright, now Dark Visor it up and find the thing. There's our key. Excellent. What? Dang it. Good job bonking your head that high up, Samus. Great work. Let's start back here, I think. It's that room, I think? Yes. Okay, so this will be a... Yeah, I was gonna say, this has got to be a scan it thing, right? That leads to a nice big puddle of sludge here. And we can find this thing with the... that. Alright. And that puts us at 4 keys. Anything else to be found under here? Didn't think so. Some, like, shitty low ceiling there. So yeah, we should now be done with Agon. Like basically entirely. Storage C. Okay. So with that done, our next target is going to be Torvus, I believe. Is there a way to... There's an elevator Torvus Bog here, right? In this zone? Actually, it doesn't look like it. Well, that's fine. We can just go out into the overworld and go that way, I guess. I know there's some stuff for us to get in the overworld, too, so... That might be just as well, actually. Okay, right. Industrial site. That'll be what the use of that term was for, huh? I forget if Temple Assembly Site is the location that we have to go to for the last ammunition thing, which, in case you do not remember, is a sound key thing. But certainly we have to be in this room for one of our keys, because I saw that in the scans. Okay, well, we can go backwards this way at least, so there's that. Dark visor. Oh, hey, I don't need to do that. I mean, I might need to later, but... Are you still here, fucknut? Yeah, he's still here, apparently. Well, that's upsetting. I hate those things a lot, actually. Just, man. Irritating creatures. Ah, I overshot it. Oops. That's better. Okay. Drop. Scan visor. Dormant claws. This room is called a crucible. Other one. Double checking. Yeah, so it's literally just for that thing. That's fine. Oh, don't do that. That's a waste of ammunition. I think this room is probably not the place where we need to go for that thing. I'm gonna take a look here anyway and see what the deal is. Yeah, there was something else here entirely. I see. This was a... It had a missile pack. All right, everybody. I'll be right back again. Hang on. Okay, I'm back. I got up and refilled my water bottle also. So, yes, there are 4 keys left. I am going to hazard a guess that it's like 2 in Torvus and 2 out here, maybe. Oh, yeah, if I want to actually check that, I should go into inventory. Find miscellaneous. Dark Temple key. Sky Temple keys. Keys, Temple Grounds. Yeah, see, it's only a third filled in. Keys, Dark Agon, we're done. So we're done with Dark Agon. We're done with the Ing Hive, which is Dark Sanctuary. So we're missing 2 at Temple Grounds, and that should mean 2 in Torvus. Oh yeah, we should probably go to assembly site and work from there. So one thing that I know we need to do, there's something in front of where the Sanctuary Temple is. So here, let me start off by going back the other way. And let's go for that. Well, okay, saying in front of... What I said was very incorrect, but go to Grand Temple. And there is what I believe is the last beam ammunition upgrade. Why am I clicked out of that? Nope. Yeah, so we go this way and we take another elevator. Okay, there's a dark portal here. Hit that, and in we go. Let's take a look at our signaling devices here. So it's this one. Right. Middle. Left. And middle. Yeah, what'd I tell you? Beam ammo expansion number 4. So I was sick of that guy. I don't like him very much. That. He's on grounds. It's a place we need to get to. Oh, you jerk. Making me waste all those missiles. Ah. Okay. I don't know if that'll get the other one. I don't think it did. Nope, didn't get him. Is this the one that... Yeah, reliquary access. That probably is, like, off to the entrance to this place. But yeah, this is an area where we had the Dark Swarm going, like, crazy in terms of how much damage it was doing to me. So... we'll deal with that in a moment. Back to phase on grounds, and in the stuff for some reason. I think we gotta go to that big weird pillar here. Yeah, this certainly got us across. Echo scan. Dark scan. See, there's a bunch of floating platforms onto this. Oh, nice dodge, dude. Don't know how that worked for you, but okay. Oh. Is there more going on here? Because I think there is supposed to be a thing here, but... list. Ones that I know that I have. For useful information. No, I guess we probably just got this one earlier and I forgot. Now, let's go take a look at that reliquary grounds real quick. And see if there's anything interesting. Well, first, toggle over communication area. I don't think that was a place that we had a location for on the list of artifacts, but I'll look anyway. It wasn't quite the entrance to a temple area, but I was like, this looks like it could have been a location that would make sense for that. Now, before we leave, scan visor, dark visor. Yeah, I know there's a guy there. And echo visor. Of just a double check for anything other than warrior ing in this room. The answer is that it's literally just a room full of warrior ing. Okay. That's fine. Backwards. Scan. Ing reliquary. This is a room that's just kind of a storage zone. Dark visor. Ooh, yeah, here's one of the keys, because, right, it was in the storage location or something, right? Excellent. So there's only one more to get in this part of the zone, and then there's 2 in Torvus, and then we will be in business. And I remember where the other one is in Dark Zone. It is in the area that was the landing site in the regular universe. Which kind of makes sense, I guess, in some weird way of, like, they make that location always very important in these games. At least it feels like that's the case anyway. So now I gotta get over there and I gotta hash out the best way to use... I gotta hash out the best way to get to a portal from there. And I think it's basically just going to be use the Torvus Bog entrance there. Go back up to temple grounds. Pardon me, up to the main temple, rather. And get it there. Plus, I guess while we're in the area, I can stop off at my ship and save and refill. Don't care about you guys. You're wasting my time, energy, and resources to fight. Ah, yes, I do love shittier Chozo ghosts. Yeah, see, there was a pathway back here that we didn't go down before. Because we couldn't, because we didn't have Super Missile. At least not at the time. And now we do. Or Ritual Grounds. This is another place that has some stuff that I haven't picked up yet. And by some stuff, I mean a missile pack, really. But hey. Oh. Oh, yeah, we got another one of these guys here. Good. I'm glad. Do we have a... Alright. Do that, because that should pull this guy in. And, yeah, he's gonna get melted for his trouble. So is his buddy. Now, as always, we are in a location where we've got one of the former temple elevators. So that must mean that there's an item hidden in there. And in this case, we're going to have to get on top of that, I believe. Which, of course, means the use of the screw attack. I just have to figure out how I'm supposed to gain enough height for that. I screwed that up pretty badly. Whoops. Haha, bad jokes. Anyway. See, unless there's something going on back here, which I don't think there is. Oh, do I need to... Oh, okay, so... Was I wrong? And it's just a seeker missile target? Okay, yeah, what the hell was I thinking then? Oh, well. I might have been thinking about somewhere else. Regardless, we got the missile pack, and we are currently missing only 4 in the entire game. At least some of which, I believe, are in Torvus still. Like, we didn't completely explore all of Torvus yet, right? So there is still some zones there. But yeah, this isn't what we came here for. We are here because we need to pass through this room in order to get to the landing site location. What? Don't know what's over here, but let's take a look anyway. This room, gateway access, Sky Temple Gateway. Okay, so we don't have to worry about that for now. Because it's just the Sky Temple entrance. We can't do anything with that right now. Fine, just do that way. Okay. And there is our last overworld key. We're just short the 2 in Torvus Bog. And we are missing, item-wise, 1 energy tank and 4 missile packs. And then we're done. And then we've got everything, and we can officially go and finish the game. Like, sure, we didn't get all the scans, but hey. I would have done that, too, if I hadn't fucked up at the beginning. And then immediately been like, well, it's really just sort of 100% or bust at this point. I did at least start out trying, you know? I just failed afterwards. I love hearing those things get roasted. That's always fun. Something sounded a little off there. Anyway. Go back to the ship and save real quick. And then we go to Torvus Bog. Oh, right, I see. The Sky Temple location is at the Hall of Honor Dead, which is, like, right underneath the main temple, so that makes sense. Wow, I was screwing that up pretty badly. Wow. Get out of my fucking way, guys. Oh. The stream will be over at 8:35. You'd think, but also we still have enough stuff that it won't quite be that. It'll be at least 8:36. How you doing, Roundy? Hope you're having a good evening. I'm doing pretty all right. Plus, hey, we're almost done with this game. That's neat. Been in here for a minute. Part of that is because I was having issues in the original hardware and I had to restart. Because I was bad at it. Don't tell anyone. It's because I was playing like shit on the GameCube. And I switched over to an emulator. Mostly that's because the controls for the Morph Ball on the GameCube are like wildly oversensitive. So I was having some very serious problems with one of the bosses. I was like, okay, can you just send me... Is there a hack that just has like a spring ball effect in it, which would have been enough to get me ahead? Probably. But there was not. It's okay, I think she already knows I'm terrible at video games. Okay, so this is the room we need to be in order to find the thing that we're looking for. And the closest way to get there is, I think, Forgotten Bridge. I believe. Oops. Hey, they at least let me do a screw attack jump up there. I was like, surely there's not enough space for it. Oh, they don't let me screw attack into those guys. Weak. I can't believe a screw attack that's not an instant kill for literally anything in the game. That's amazing. All right, let's try charging that up. Maybe that'll make the super dark pirates go for those. Go for that orb. They may not be beholden to that rule though. Because they're, like, special guys or something. I know that they do instantly die if you have a super energized light crystal there, and they fade in on it, but I guess they're not auto-attracted to things, unlike most of the Dark World enemies. Anyway, yeah, that is the room we need to... No. It's that one. Right, I saw the dark water and I was immediately like, okay, is there something else here for me to pick up? And it appears the answer is no, actually. Correct direction? Yes. Had to make sure. And this is just very, very shallow dark water. I was expecting something a little different. Sure, power both of these, because why not? It's underwater, isn't it? Sure is. Makes sense. And I assume the last one is in Lower Torvus, because that would just kind of make sense. Alright. Not seeing anything with the Echo Visor. I didn't think so, but just had to be sure. Nothing to scan. Nothing in here? No, we already got the item in here, but just in case. It would, in fact, have helped if at some point I had been using the listing of these as like a proper checklist or something that's in the guide that I have off in the corner. But I didn't, for some reason. This way. This should take us back to Forgotten Temple eventually. Or Forgotten Temple. Forgotten Bridge, pardon me. These guys, again, with their dramatic music and their whatever else they do, I don't remember. Probably technically do something. What am I doing? I should probably go back up there. Well, let me fix this problem real quick. And navigate the room better. Okay, so go into our logbook and go to our key bearer lore. See if I can find any information in any of these. Goon, we've got that one. Reactor. Mining. Catacombs. No. Okay. So that go down here, right? And look around for a room with a name that mentions catacombs. Oh, there we go. Okay. That's easy enough to find, actually. As one would hope. And hold up for a second. Okay, it said wall jump surfaces. Let me try to take a look around here and see if I see them. Ooh. Time that. Help if I took a better guess, I guess. Ooh! We landed on it while it was not even at the end of its path. But that's all of our energy tanks. That's pretty great. Now the only thing we should be missing are 4 missile packs and 1 key. Oh, this is the wrong elevator. Whoops. I completely forgot about this place also, even though I literally looked at the map and was like, hey, there doesn't seem to be one of... And then turns out there actually was. I just was too stupid to realize it, apparently. Right, it's down the middle. See, I remember that you had to morph ball. I just forgot which location you had to morph ball at. Whoops. Right, that's incorrect. Oops. Okay, so before we deal with this room, let's go over here. And go work out whatever we got to do in this area. Because I know there's at least a thing here somewhere. Anything? Because we did lock into the bomb site. Okay, yeah. Just didn't look like its texture changed any, that's all. Oh, this is really easy. I was slightly concerned, but it turns out to have been fairly straightforward. In fact, I assumed that they expect you to fall down that hole, so we may have even done it a little bit more straightforwardly than was intended, so... Hey. That puts us up to 235 missiles out of... No, wait, I don't want to look at that. I want to look at my other thing. I want to see my item count. 96%. So, yeah, missing 3 missile packs and 1 key that scans, that tracks. Because I believe, much like the previous Metroid Prime game, there are exactly 100 items to pick up in the game. So each one is worth 1%. But yeah, now we have to get bonked by the portal. Whoops. That was a hell of a kick on that thing. Like, significantly more than usual. Alright. So, this room should have... Well, it's got those guys for a start, and no crystal for easy kills. Dark Visor, go in the water. It's down here, maybe? I'd guess. I see something over there. These, I think, are just the... watch drones? I don't think I've ever seen these. Just activate a light crystal nearby and it'll... I gotcha. And that's key number 9. So, just missing 3 missile packs, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know where all of them are. I know where one of them is, I believe. Oh, I gotta avoid those things again, I see. That's all the way at the bottom of the world. Here. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think there's any possibility of there being anything there, so... Oh, I'm gonna have to actually go to the actual location of that on the overworld in order to get there. Well, shit. Yes, I know, I'm getting pistoned. I understand this game. Okay, first thing to do, I guess, would be to look through here and see if there's any obvious locations that I have just not visited. The doors are all marked, obviously, so... You know, that helps us out quite a bit. That door looks like we haven't gone through it, but we have. It's just that it is drawn, like, really far away where it ends up. Yeah, so it's not here. Is there anything in Agon that I didn't look at? I mean, there's still all the Sky Temple grounds. I think we've covered that, though. See, it's just the trial tunnel. Okay, yeah, so we got all those. Yeah, so basically it's not in Sky Temple. Sky Temple is our, like, final boss zone. So yeah, at least this method has failed us. There's very probably a place that I guess I just missed a couple of things in some of those rooms. Alright, go through here. Sorry, I'm scrolling down to the list again. So we go back down the middle here. Oh yeah, the portal is literally right there. What the hell am I thinking? Am I? Maybe I'm not. I see now. Got those things there. Let's deal with that. Timing on this might be a little tough. Not as much as I thought, but that one jump did go very, very badly. Ah, shit! Dang it. That wasn't great. I landed so close to the edge and I was so thrown off by it that I was facing the wrong way, apparently. Okay. Well, that's that one. Wait, we're underwater. We use the gravity boost here. I wonder if we can still screw attack underwater. We shouldn't need to. It doesn't seem like it. But honestly, there probably aren't enough places to actually try it, so... It's hard to say if you'd ever be able to know. Station 8. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I got that one. Seems familiar. Well, we can go check anyway. Oops, wrong way. Unfortunately, it's not as simple as just jump up there, I guess. Yes, that's clearly, we've got that already. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure which of these things I'm missing. So, you know what? We've already failed 100% of scans anyway. 240 missiles is pretty good. Let's just get to the end, I think. This ends up scooping on that one. It'll be fine. We'll... Eventually, Actually, I don't know if I'll play this again, but... Maybe someday. Maybe someday I'll even run it through a randomizer. I don't know. I'm not necessarily saying it's super likely, but it could happen. Especially if I can still use this control scheme, because this does actually, you know, kind of adjust the difficulty a little bit. Okay, hang on. Just doing some quick routing here. Back to the ship. It's this way. Yeah, and once I route back to the ship, after I save, I can fairly easily make my way to the place I need to go. And we can wrap this, and they can be like, wow, we did it. Wow, you've done it, etc. Oh, Star Tropics, that sure is a video game. Buddy, I'm still not gonna fight you even if you stand in my way, jackass. Not even if you do that. Fine, whatever. Just go ahead and eat a bunch of my health with your nasty goop or whatever. Makes you feel better about yourself, which it shouldn't. Oh, wrong path. Wrong path. Pop this open. And... that. Okay, another one of these, I guess. I'll stand here and heal. But I don't remember if there's anything dangerous in the room before the temple. And I don't know if there's going to be a healing spot there or not, so... yeah. Save point would help, but hey. My hopes for such a thing are not high. Oh yeah, it's just laser beams. Right. And this room has some tentacles. Because why not? And yeah, here we are. At the entrance to the Sky Temple. On the side of the Hall of the Honored Dead in the other world. You don't say. Thank you, game. Well, up we go. Oh, apparently not. I gotta step back into it again. After I got another cutscene, I guess. That's a hell of a noise. What's going on? We can barely see Samus's face in there. I see they're pondering an orb pretty heavily here. And they take it away. I guess that's the energy orb for the Sky Temple. Or at least it's supposed to be. Save, because there's another save station here. That's nice. I gotta cross using this thing, which of course means that we're gonna clonk our head on things that we barely should be touching. You know, the screw attacks hitbox is just huge for that in this game. Like, wow. It's really odd. Really an odd choice. But hey, I guess they gotta make sure you don't clip into things, right? I have to make absolutely sure of it. That's how it do sometimes. That's better. See, we actually crossed it properly that time. There's a couple of these things, so we can refill our munitions a little bit. And I can end with unbalanced numbers. Forget it. Let's go. Okay, so... yeah, I guess we're just climbing up to the... because that will be the temple lobby, right? So now we just climb up here, up to the energy reactor location. Or energy exchange. The thing the guy was at, you know. Oh, this is giving me issues. Because I really don't know the timing very well. Or am I just, like, approaching it not straight on or something? But then wouldn't the other panel fail to work as well? Honestly, it's kind of just the wall jump in this game is... well, it's as janky as the 2D Metroids, isn't it? Metroid Dread remains the only one that actually has a good wall jump. Well, we almost failed that even though we succeeded the climb. Okay, so surely we're not getting this without a fight, right? That'd be stupid. Samus, quit staring at it. Okay, well. That's a thing that exists, alright. Well, shit, I didn't know that they could infest things from other universes because that's clearly a Malboro. The game says Emperor Ink, but it's full of shit. That's definitely a Malboro. Form numerous tentacles to defend itself. Eliminate them to weaken its defenses. Anything else to say? Its own body as a shield and destroy the tentacles to generate its weaken its defenses. Okay. You got any more info on these tentacles? Or about the body? Target is drawing energy from the unstable energy controller. I think target's connection to the energy may be an effective strategy. Apparently this energy isn't enough for this creature, yeah. Good text, actually. Okay, so I think a thing we can do to deal with this, maybe to try sonic booming it. Because its area effect. Well, that definitely seems to have killed off several of them at once. That's interesting. Do you reveal any secrets when I dark visor you? No. How's about the Echo Visor? Well, that lets me lock onto it, I think. Yeah, it's definitely a lock. Or it was a lock, anyway. Yes. I can only lock onto them with the Echo Visor for some reason. Well, alright then. That's fair enough, I guess. Oh, I can lock onto him in regular form now? Okay. Sure. Whatever you say. Or is it like shuffle what visor I need or something, which would be really goofy, but I could believe it. The hell was that? It's absolutely crazy is what it was. That's for sure. I dropped the charge. Of course I did. Yeah, see, I can just soak all this damage. This thing doesn't do shit to me. Like, I'm taking more damage from the Phazon, really. Honestly, all this thing really needs is like a space where you're absolutely safe. And it would just be like the worst final boss I've seen in a Metroid game ever. It's got to have another form after that, though, right? God, hell of a noise there. All right, now. It's turning real fast now. It doesn't want me to hit it, which, I mean, okay, fair. Fucking hell. I didn't do any damage to it. See, that might be the part that kind of sucks about this, is because it does deplete my resources pretty rapidly. And also, the hit detection on that last section, the shields seem to be a little big, basically. And the thing is not too fond of giving me missiles as ammunition, which is a bit of a problem because I have been using the hell out of my super missile here because it does really good damage. Of course, sometimes it also just fucking whiffs. Oh god, that attack lags the fuck out of my emulator, like, so badly. Yeah, I think if I randomize this, I'd have to look for a skip final boss because of the performance issue there. That wasn't so bad in terms of the lag this time. Is it just because there's, like, so many fewer things that it's doing? Yeah, okay, things are getting a little bit annoying now in terms of just, like, part of it is just because of the sheer length of the boss, and also my super missile whiffing again. Why are they so bad here? Like, man. Yeah, bro is getting real salty here. Real salt miner of a creature for us to deal with here. Guess I just really need to be out in front of it to get there. Oh, fuck you. Oh my god, this is actually turning out to be really, really awful now. I'm no longer enjoying this. This is no longer fun. This is just kind of getting to be a bit tedious. Also, not helping is dealing with that part, right? That doesn't feel great. Don't like that. You know, I'm curious about something. I don't assume that that's going to actually help, but... Oh, no, it seemed to do good damage to a couple of those. Excellent. So, hey. Good use of power bombs. But it's probably only going to work when he pulls them down. I mean, I still got that one somehow, so that's good. Oh, it's definitely a really annoying boss, that's for sure. I'll give credit to that. Because it sure is. What the fuck? Seriously? Like, again, that part's not necessarily hard. It's just really pissing me off. I don't even know how much... Oh, that ruptured, like, all of them at once. That was good. Yes! About fucking time, man. If you have a second phase, I'm gonna be real sad. Parentheses, I know there's another boss after this, but... We'll deal with that when we get there. I don't know if there's another phase after this. Oh, God. There's more stupid shit I have to do here. Oh, it's a spider ball thing, huh? I'm just trying to press shift, man. Fuck. Okay, I think I have to No, the poison is literally in the entire room. Okay, so I can jump onto those things. That's good. All right, go for the ones that have the steam coming out of them, I guess. Or not. Or is that supposed to indicate that they're destroyed or something? Okay, good. I can... And for some reason I was... God, I'm really uncoordinated here, and you can tell. Some sort of health indicator would actually be really good here, but unfortunately, they really decided to not give me anything for that, huh? Okay, fine, just give me it. I just want to charge up my beam here and get some stuff. All right. Okay, no, the ones that are letting out the smoke are actually not destroyed, I think. Are destroyed, rather? There we go. That's what I want to say. Unfortunately, this boss has me a little bit flummoxed here, so I'm just like... I'm doing a very bad job of explaining the condition that we're in here. Did I get all of them? Are you done yet, dude? Come on. Oh no, he's still got one more dent for me to deal with here. There we go. All right, well, here we go. On to phase 2. If I lose at this, I'm going to be very sad. In fact, I'm here for it so little that I'm just save stating. Are you taking damage from being shot in the mouth? It didn't look like it. So I may actually go ahead and give it a quick scan and see if it tells me anything. Ouch! My eyes. Rule of the ink. Okay, I'm going to teach. Only take damage from its heart. Light or dark. Find a way to change the heart to one of these colors. Opposite polarity can damage the heart. Overloading the heart with energy may cause it to exceed critical mass. So... it might have worked if I'd actually landed the shot. As my goal is to kind of like just try to crack it open with the charged annihilator. Jesus. Okay, it's in purple mode, so good screw attack. What was that for, other than to make me waste a shot of light beam? Because would you open up already, dude? Come on. All right, he's back in orange. As he's emitting a swarm of flies around him to make things a bit more of a problem. No, fuck it, eat a Sonic Boom. I don't know if that's going to actually help us here, but I'm trying. Right, and he's in Dark Heart again, so I'm pretty sure he is. Oh, I completely whiffed that. Fuck. God, that thing is useless, man. And yeah, I tried it again anyway. Listen, it's got to work out eventually, I swear. Maybe it doesn't, but it sure feels like it should. Back my ammunition. Ugh, get off me. Oh, now he's in light heart mode. No, I didn't mean to switch to power beam. Ah, my like quarter second of charge. Yeah, enjoy that, dude. He ducked that one. Okay. Sure, asshole. Whatever you say. And he's back to non-elemental. Dark? Yeah, he's dark. Yes, he is. Oh. I don't think he took damage from that. Fuck. I actually want health back more than anything here. Oh, I was in the wrong form. Wrong phase. Get hit already. God damn, dude. Right, that's light heart, which is easy for me to deal with, probably. Unfortunately, I really don't think the black hole actually does that much damage. Mentally, I'm just like, yeah, keep trying it, because it should hit hard, right? And I think it just tends to stick outside of him. Darkheart. That's fine. And again, it crashed on his carapace because he's got the tiniest hitbox known to man. Just like literally everything in this game that is challenging. They're just like, yeah, by the way, enjoy hitting that. Thanks, guys. Let's shoot his weird little cadre of flies here. I want health. More than anything, I just want health, man. I was going to say, what? That activate him? Yes, it will. No, it's dark form, you fool. Or at least that's what you use on him, is dark beam. That looked like it just completely missed. And we're below 200 energy. Well, there's some health back. Again, if this hitbox weren't garbage, this would be a fine fight, but like half the time I can barely hit his ass. Or any other part of him. Am I supposed to be, like, shooting from somewhere else? If that is the case, then I've clearly misunderstood the assignment, but hey. No, really, I don't understand the strategy here. What am I supposed to do? Also, good turnaround there, game. That was very funny. Just because I have such trouble hitting him. Again, it's not truly a hard boss. Just, like, why can't I hit him? Why did they do it this way? I guess I just have to stay, like, literally the entire length of the fucking room away. Which is borderline impossible. Well, we defeated the boss, so good job. Putting that in a different state, because, yeah. Oh, cool. There's an escape sequence. That's, you know, remember Metroid, guys? After you just played like 12 hours of Kingdom Hearts, but Metroid style. This is a joke, by the way. Please don't get mad at me. I'm only kidding. We did get our health back, so that's good. But we've got to bail, and I wish they'd give me my ammo back, but whatever. Uh-oh. That's not good. Hey, do you want an extra final boss in the middle of your escape sequence for some reason? Sure, why not, right? Oh, is that, I was gonna say, is that time to Echo Visor? Or is she just in shield mode? I think she's just in shield mode. Yeah, she's just shielding. Unfortunately, I don't have enough stuff to do more sonic booms, although we saw those are strong as shit. Can you drop the fucking shield already? Oh, okay. Are we already skipped to the part where we suck in the phazon shots? Ah, yes. You just like Metroid Prime, you have the thing where you can switch between between being only visible to one set of visors. And you can do shit like that still. You know, if these were longer cycles and she took less damage, I think that would be less irritating. Which is a weird thing to say, because it's like, okay, I'm glad it's going fast, but I don't know, it's just kind of strange that, like, it's a presentational thing, you know? Alright, come on, do phazon particles again, because that at least lets me make progress for sure. Oh god, you really? It's been that long before you actually get into that? Okay. Well, I guess really the clock is just kind of a formality, right? Like, how long does this truly take? Hey! Dark Samus defeated... That's not the whole boss already, is it? I thought there was more. But I could be wrong. Oh, yeah, she's getting back up. Well, I guess the achievement didn't tag everything, so... Don't just stare at it. Oh, is that in fact all? What, just a couple of warrior ink? That's... Well, that is quite a few. Power bomb time. Oh, shit. Better scan that portal real quick. Yeah. We even get the sound effect for it. Hey. I guess we don't play out the rest of the sequence. Well. Samus, get to your ship. Yay, they got rid of the purple stuff. Hooray. We did it, everybody. We saved the Luminoth, possibly. The, like, 2 of them that are left. And oh, no, there's actually a fair amount of them. We returned both the light suit and the dark suit. Well, I mean, I guess the dark suit disappearing kind of makes sense because it clearly is born of dark ether. But the light suit, I mean, that thing could have still been, could have still been useful. And maybe it was just sort of a business agreement, you know? And hey, it seems like for once, Samus gets to leave a planet without it blowing up. God damn, girl, we cannot take you anywhere, can we? And hey, we had not full completion, but pretty close. So we get to see her in the Zero suit where it looks honestly, because my brain's like that color is a little too dark compared to what it usually looks like. But I think this was the first actual appearance of the Zero suit, if I recall correctly. Or pretty dang close. So that's all right. You know, it's early enough on in the... Whatever, who cares? I'm pretty sure none of you care about exactly what color of blue that thing is, but we have beat it. Sorry, we have beaten Metroid Prime 2. As you can tell, I had to do this with the assistance of an emulator. Because if you play this on the GameCube, it is hard as fuck. The controls just, I guess, finally started to catch up with the level of challenge that was involved there. I think it's very interesting, by the way, that the main change they seem to have made to Spider Guardian, which I know was nerfed in Trilogy, is just that they reduced the amount of damage that it dealt. Because really, that was the problem, right? Is, oh yeah, let's just make sure that the boss can't fucking hurt you. I mean, okay, that does help, but compared to the bomb jump existing and how much that helps, yeah, that one makes a world of difference instead. So, Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. As ever, this is a game that tends to fall very much into the great ideas, execution leaves a little bit to be desired kind of category most of the time. It's a pretty decent game. Should you play it on the GameCube? Absolutely the fuck not. Should you play it on a Wii? I haven't personally played the Wii version. Should you play the PrimeHack version of this game? Yes! Yes, you should play that instead of playing the Wii version. And I'm sure that the Nintendo Death Squads are going to be mad at me for that, but this game absolutely plays better on PC than it does on a console, which I can say for sure. Whereas with the other two, that like Kotaku was being like, oh yeah, it emulates better, then I don't necessarily know about that. And a large part of it in the case of PrimeHack, however, comes down to control scheme, which is that this thing absolutely plays better once you are able to do stuff with a keyboard and mouse. And you have ball control that actually kind of works. So, yeah. 100%. This is a much better version of the game by a pretty wide margin. Overall, though, I've got to say that at the point in the series when this came out, this was the worst Metroid game other than the original, which, granted, is not necessarily saying a lot. I've seen a surprising amount of support recently for the original Metroid of people being like, oh, well, it was this big innovator. Yes, but it also fucking sucked. It wasn't a good game to play, and I know that because I played it a couple of years ago, and it sucked. This game, far better. Far, far better, but it's definitely not as good as the original Prime. I can see some arguments for why one would prefer it to the original Prime if they had a head injury or something. Okay, that's mean. I apologize. That's mean for multiple reasons. But I won't even get too deep into any of that. The point here is that this game was pretty all right. This control scheme made it a lot better, and to be honest with you, I'm quite curious as to how Prime 1 plays with these controls. I'll probably try that out some other time. I may even run that as like part of the New Year's Eve stream. I don't know yet. Anyway, with all that said, that is going to be it for the evening once we let the credits roll through. So I think I'm just going to let that happen, and I'm going to stand up for a couple of minutes because... Oh yeah, it's basically just about run out, but I am going to mute the mic and stand up for a sec anyway. Yeah, total time, 13 hours, 47 minutes, by the way. This game definitely felt a lot longer than a lot of its predecessors, which is amazing because it has a smaller world. So, I guess you could say this rod really has a lot of meat on it. Let's just make sure there's nothing else afterwards to... Just save now, finish a game. Yes, I do want to... Don't press enter. That's not bound. That was a horrible noise. I don't know what caused that. I apologize. But it wasn't great. Back to the title screen with us. But that's enough.